The roar of the Anfield crowd was deafening, a living, breathing force that seemed to lift Liverpool higher with every passing minute. 16 goals, an astonishing, almost surreal number, had already rippled the net, each one celebrated more wildly than the last. It wasn't just a victory, it was a statement, a spectacle, a night destined to be carved into the annals of football history. And then it happened. Darwin Núñez, relentless and tireless even as the game neared its dying moments, surged onto a perfectly weighted pass from Mohamed Salah. With the flick of a boot and the coolness of a veteran assassin, he buried the ball into the bottom corner. 17 goals. 17. The crowd was beyond themselves now, a living tsunami of noise and emotion. Jurgen Klopp sprinted down the touchline, fists pumping, a madman caught in the throes of footballing ecstasy. Players collapsed onto one another, a jubilant pile of red shirts, grinning from ear to ear. The scoreboard, already straining under the ludicrous number, flickered as it prepared to update once more. But before the game could resume, the inevitable chill swept through the stadium. VAR check in progress. Possible offside. The energy faltered, wavered. Eyes darted to the big screen. Referee Michael Oliver stood frozen, hand pressed against his earpiece, face taut and unreadable. Around him, Liverpool players paced anxiously, some shaking their heads, others barking questions he was not permitted to answer. Seconds dragged into an eternity. Replays flashed, Núñez, sprinting through the defensive line, seemingly timed his run to perfection. Surely not, murmured fans and pundits alike. In living rooms and pubs across the world, supporters leaned forward, breath held, waiting for confirmation of the inevitable. But football is a cruel mistress. The referee turned, strode to the center circle, and pointed firmly to his ear. No goal, came the devastating verdict. Offside. The stadium erupted, not in celebration, but in raw, blistering fury. Boos rained down from the stands like a thunderstorm of betrayal. Klopp was apoplectic on the touchline, arms flailing, teeth bared in disbelief. Núñez sank to his knees, hands clutching his head, the joy of the moment ripped from him in an instant. Replays showed the margin, a bootlace, perhaps. A shoulder leaning just a breath beyond the last defender. It was microscopic, imperceptible to the naked eye, yet enough to tear the dream apart. The mood inside Anfield shifted palpably. What had been pure joy now curdled into anger, frustration, and bitter disbelief. The fans kept singing, but now the songs had an edge, a snarl, as if daring the fates to rob them of anything else. The final whistle blew moments later. 16 goals, a record shattered, and yet all anyone could talk about was the goal that wasn't. The one that should have been. The one that was stolen.